Hi there everyone, Rob here with today's Western Pacific weather update. It is currently the 21st of June 2012 and still two tropical systems out here. Actually one tropical system, another one that is a remnant. This is Guchol now just towards the east of Hokkaido, pushing off there towards the Kuril Islands, and really nothing much left of the center of circulation right now. Way extra tropical. Actually most of Japan here you can see is under clear skies, but later on in the update we're also going to touch on Tropical Storm Talim here, because Talim is going to be bringing some intense rainfall here towards Taiwan and already has been doing so, but then going into the coming days, Kyushu, you're going to be hit hard here as well. But let's just do a quick recap across Japan, because sadly we have heard one report of a death out here due to the heavy rainfall, not so much the winds. Actually, it was a report related to flooding. Also, there has been the intense rains that did occur over Japan yesterday. Max wind recorded was upwards of about 127 kph, and also max rainfall down towards Shikoku was right here at 405 millimeters over the course of the past 24 hours here. So intense rainfall, but not just there, in several other locations. Actually, most of these down here around the Kii Peninsula, right around Shikoku, you did see a 364, actually above 250 millimeters in the top 10. So what this brought is widespread flooding. Watch our last video. Actually, there was plenty of a video there on the floods that continued to occur down towards the south. But also I want to talk about off here towards the northeast. Only going to be quickly touching on it, as I know I get a lot of feedback. But for all those people that were worrying so deeply about Fukushima, this is when the max position of a tropical storm, or excuse me, Typhoon Guchol moved through. At this time it was actually a tropical storm. You can see the center of circulation right in this area, so that would put Fukushima Daiichi right on the right front quadrant. And look at this, 4 meters per second. That is an incredibly low wind speed. That is like a light breeze outside. Much of Guchol got tore apart moving across mainland Japan here, and then pushing off there towards the northeast. Some other areas farther off towards Sendai did get some pretty strong gust here actually, but as far as Daiichi, right near the coastal areas, at the max point of entry through here, at least sustained winds were very, very low. Some gusts could have been higher, but nothing above tropical storm strength and nothing destructive at all. So really fantastic news coming out of there. So definitely please stop writing me asking about this area and about how much radiation got kicked up, because it definitely is still in a very safe spot due to this light breeze here. If you're really worried about this type of scenario, you definitely have to worry about any of the rainstorms that blow through the area on almost a daily basis this time of year. So really just bad news overall as far as the one death though, and also still the widespread reports of floodings, and also numerous houses have been reported damage. So definitely there was some destruction, but definitely could have been worse. Good news, many people were evacuated prior to the storm, and actually warnings were, or at least the JMA started tracking it clear down here. Really were almost spot on during the whole duration of that track of that storm as it came all the way out there towards the north. So really good news all around as far as the tracking. Really, this storm did not throw through any loops as far as where it was going to be headed. So also I want to thank everybody who continued to write in, feeding us reports not only across Japan but also down towards the Philippines and even towards Guam when this first storm developed. So definitely thank you very much for all of that great feedback. But let's look down here towards Taiwan now. I know this is the next area that we are closely watching here, and let's zoom in on Taiwan's radar, because you have been getting some crazy amount of rainfall today, and nearly 400 millimeters has been reported in some areas in the past 24 hours. I'll actually show you the accumulation map here in just a second, but what is happening here is very faintly on this radar picture you can see that center of circulation. That's supposed to be an L right in there, and what's happening is a very warm sea surface temperatures down here towards the South China Sea that is picking up all that moisture and pushing all of this onshore, and you can see actually a sharp drop off in the radar signature right about this area. Now what that is really indicating is the mountainous terrain. All this is coming, moving onshore and piling up right in here, getting squeezed out by those mountains. And if we look at the accumulation or hindcast, excuse me, you actually can see where the highest amount of precipitation has occurred. Look right in here, this is 300 millimeters plus right there just along the southern portions of Taiwan, but also all of this area on the western side of the mountainous terrain. I do know that there actually has been reports of upwards of about 400,000 evacuations ordered here along the west coast of Taiwan, but also many businesses were actually asked to close down here by the government, especially up towards Taipei. Really, they didn't want too many people going out there on their way home, causing traffic problems, and that would eventually might lead to injuries and even death here. Everybody should just stay home and ride the storm out, as much of Taiwan is already saturated. They don't need any more rainfall, so this is definitely going to be still a developing story as we continue to watch the storm push off there towards the northeast. Really following this rainy season or Bayou/Mayo rainy season boundary, and that is extending all the way out here towards Japan, then pushing across the country, right, kind of like that. You can follow the cloud cover. So if you do know the general rule here for forecasting for typhoons, they always want to run to lower pressure. So what you think this storm would go is continue following this trough. Well, that does look like that is exactly what's going to be happening here. Here's the model output from numerous model sources here, and you can see all of them really keep the storm moving off here towards the northeast through the Taiwan Strait, but then making landfall in Kyushu. And at this time, JMA is actually expecting nearly 300 millimeters of rain here across the southern portions of Kyushu, even pushing inland. And this area, as we just were talking about just a second ago, does not need any more rainfall. So further flooding is really going to be high at risk. This is definitely still a developing story in Japan due to back-to-back tropical systems. Now, one saving grace, though, is that Tropical Storm Talim is definitely going to be continuing to fall apart here. Lots of vertical wind shears coming in from the north on this storm. And if we actually look at the intensity output from these same models, you can see they actually expect this to increase slightly, but then big drop off over the next 24 hours. Really, this is just getting pounded by wind shear. Also, once it starts doing that land interaction with Kyushu, it's going to continue to fall. But look at the wind speeds, only maxing out about tropical storm, weak tropical storm strength. Do not expect it to intensify any further here going through the coming days, and neither does the Japan Meteorological Agency, as they keep it as a tropical storm before fading out here on the 21st as it continues to push off there towards the northeast, eventually impacting Kyushu. But they have not even forecasted that far out. Usually they go out about 5 days, really only putting out a 72-hour forecast for the storm system, but it is still not or should not be taken lightly. You still have all that rainfall coming on shore here, and then by the time it gets up here, that really is going to get messed up with the rainy season boundary, and all that heavy rainfall, just like I stated a second ago, upwards of about 200, 300 millimeters could be seen in some locations here. So definitely we'll continue to keep you posted here on both of these storm systems. But that is all for right now, everybody. I will leave you here with this microwave imagery from SIMS, or the University of Wisconsin here. Do show that that center circulation is just offshore here of Taiwan and southeastern China, but really no eye wall developing up here. Only those areas in reds are where that center, or the most convection, is currently occurring, just on the right side of this, and you can really see it build up as it moves across the mountains there. But thanks again for watching, everybody. Just a reminder, you can also check out our other channels here at westernpacificweather.com, or check out the website if you're watching this on YouTube. Also really helps us out a lot if you hit the like button. Definitely it really helps out if we get these videos out here and help share them with more people, as that is really our primary goal out here in the Western Pacific. So thanks again for watching, everybody. Please stay safe out there. Have a great day. Bye.